Welcome to My City Talks, the official podcast for My City, My Health. I'm your host, Corey Dion Lewis, and on this show, we sit down with local leaders, health professionals, and change makers who are shaping the future of health in their communities. From personal stories to real solutions, this is where public health gets personal. Let's get into it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to an episode of My City Talks. I am so excited to be here, not just because this is going to be a very, very awesome conversation, but who I'm having the conversation with. The OG intern from My City, My Health. It's so cool to see all the things that you're doing and what you're part of. Larry and I are super proud of you and everything you're doing. And I'm excited to learn more about your cause, what we're going to be talking about today. Krisha, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, Corey. I'm so excited to be here on the other side, not as an intern.
Yes, it's kind of fun. Is it weird being like, okay, like you were the very first host of this podcast that we've had, every year since. How does that feel? Is it like that's kind of a cool, or is it like, is what it is? Like, what does that feel like?
It's really cool because I remember when you first told me I was going to be hosting a podcast, I was really scared because it was stuff I hadn't done before, but it ended up being one of my most meaningful experiences in college, and I'm so grateful for it.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Well, I'm glad you were up for the task, and um it was so cool to see just from a distance in a way. Like, yes, I was on the episode, but just there listening, and so it was really, really cool to see the growth there. But enough about that. I would love to learn more. I know a whole lot about it, but I want to learn more about your nonprofit organization. Fill me in. Tell me a little bit more about what is going on, how you got here. And I know, and so you talked about how Iowa City once saved your life, and can you talk about that connection, what it means to you? One, so I would love to hear from that, and then we can talk more about your organization.
Yeah, of course. I'll start off a little bit about what my nonprofit is.
Yeah.
So, Club Kids for a Cause is a nonprofit that Sid Kalala and I co founded back in high school after someone really special to us, who was a receptionist at our tennis club, was diagnosed with advanced breast cancer. And we wanted to do something meaningful for her. So, we organized a local benefit tennis tournament. And from that event, we made over $9,000, which was enough to help relocate her to a nursing home, and it also gave us an opportunity to raise awareness about breast cancer within our community. So from that first event, we realized, hey, why does this have to be a one-time thing?
Right.
We're clearly making an impact. So then from that first event, Club Kids for a Cause has grown into something so much bigger than we had ever imagined. We have now raised over $65,000 from a mix of USTA tennis tournaments, adult socials, silent auctions, and also merchandise sales. And what's the most rewarding part for me is seeing the Iowa tennis community unite over a shared love for the sport. And it's that we're not just coming together to compete, but it's to support those who are in need, which is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. $65,000 is incredible to be doing. What's made this tennis community so supportive? Like, was there something is there something in this community that's like everybody wants to support?
Yeah, most of our events, we're either fundraising for someone who has a connection to tennis in the state who's facing a
Hmm.
healthcare challenge, or we're donating to a fund that's in honor or memory of someone. So people really like to make an impact, and it's always really exciting to have at every tournament where a little kid will come up after their match and kind of ask us how they can get involved. So it's really fun getting the next generation involved with our cause.
Oh, that's so cool. And we're having this conversation because you have another event coming up in July 11th, I think it is, correct? So tell me about that event. Why is that important, and what are you trying to do with it?
Yeah, of course. So, a little over a year ago, my life changed completely in an instant. I was on a bike ride with my dad after celebrating finishing my last practice MCAT exam when a truck driver under the influence veered off the road and struck me. So
Mm,
I was immediately rushed to the ER in Waterloo and then instantly airlifted to the surgical neurosciences intensive care unit in Iowa City. And then after that, I was transferred for 2 weeks of inpatient rehab. And then for the next couple months, I had to move back home to continue outpatient rehab and recovery since I was in no condition to live independently. So, this was also my senior year of college, but the University of Iowa worked with me, so I was able to still graduate and not drop out. So, it was really nice. I was able to walk at commencement with my friends and things like that. But it was kind of weird finishing college the same way I started it
mm,
remotely since I started it during the COVID pandemic.
oh,
But like, even though I never got to take my MCAT when had planned, I didn't really let that stop me. I still applied to medical school and it worked out. So,
yeah.
like, it was kind of a weird time in my life because I had a traumatic brain injury. So, I don't really have too many memories from those early days in the hospital. But, like, the one thing I do remember is the compassion and care of the entire medical team from not only the physicians, but all the therapists, nurses. Everyone really made an impact in my recovery. So that experience kind of affirmed everything that I already knew about why I wanted to become a physician in the first place. And I'm just feeling a lot better these days. Like, I'm still kind of on the mend. I'm recovering from a recent shoulder surgery, but after this, I'm pretty much done with everything I have to do, which is really nice and it'll like give me some time to kind of just take a breath because it's been a
Yeah.
really long year.
Man, and just when Larry and I saw that picture, like we got it was like, oh, it was just heart dropping to see then, and to see where you're at now, and stronger than ever, and still continuing your mission. And it really hasn't, in a way, it hasn't stopped you from doing anything. Just made your mission that much more important. Is really, really cool to see.
Yeah, thank you so much. And
Yes. Go
like
ahead.
um I'm super excited for this year's like Club Kids for a Cause Summer Classic, which is happening on July 11th through 13th at Valley Southwoods in West Des Moines. Because this tournament holds a really special place in my heart because this year it's being held in my honor. So I've always wanted to give back to the care team that's helped save my life, but I have been really busy for a while. But I finally am at a place where I'm able to
Hmm.
dedicate time towards this. So through it all, I've like leaned on the support of my community and I've always stayed grounded in my love for tennis and I've always went wanting to give back. So that's why this tournament is going to mean so much because it's kind of a celebration of like how
Mm.
far I've come. And it's also about giving back to like what saved my life. So this year, the proceeds from the tournament is going to go towards a special fund that's being established in my honor to support SNCU nurses at the University of Iowa Healthcare and it's going to help them pursue advanced education. And it's really cool
Oh,
because it's
cool.
like a full circle moment that like fills me with a lot of gratitude.
Oh, that is so cool. And one of my questions I was going to ask is like, I'm sure every event you've done has had meaning and feels great, and like you put your all into it, but this one has to feel different. Like there has to be a different feeling for this one. Walk me through kind of the feelings that you have, or what's it going to feel like knowing that these people came to support not only these nurses that help build you back and bring you back, but also know they're doing it in a way, putting their arms around you and saying, "Hey, we support you too. That's why we're here."
Yeah, like I'm really excited because a big part of this tournament is like I want to promote the importance of wearing a helmet when you're biking because that's what saved my life. So it's really cool because we partnered with the Iowa Bike Coalition because they had reached out to my family when the accident had happened, and they're donating helmets to us. So we're gonna have them at the
Oh,
tournament for
very cool.
people to take. And then we also designed like bike lights that we're going to give out with the player gift. So it's like kind of promoting the importance of like practicing safe biking habits.
Oh, fun, fun. And that, man, it's you think, as a kid, like man, I don't want to put a helmet on, or it's not cool, this, that, and the third, but it can say, you just never know what's going to happen, and it can save your life. You're so right.
Yeah, I'm very thankful that like my parents always made us wear a helmet when growing up because it's
Mm-hmm.
become like instinct for me at this point. Because if I didn't wear a helmet, I would not be here right now. So it's like it's really important to that because you could be doing everything right when you're like on a sidewalk or a trail, but you can't really control what's happening around you.
Right. Well, cool. Well, for those people listening, they're like, "Hey, Krisha, I'm in. I want to support. I want to be there. I want to what can I do? Um where can people reach out? Where can they learn more about your organization and this event coming up July 11th through the 13th here in West Des Moines? Phyllis, what can we do?
Yeah, we're selling special Club Kids for a Cause merchandise this tournament, and all the proceeds from that is going to go towards establishing this new fund. So it would be a great way to support a meaningful cause and also show your support for the Club Kids for a Cause community. And our merchandise shop is open now through July 30th, and we'll link it for you guys so you can check it out. And if you want to donate directly to us, you can also Venmo us at CK-FAC. And every purchase and donation goes towards making a real impact. And we are very grateful for your support. And you can also follow us on Instagram at Club Kids for a Cause. And we're also on Facebook as well.
Yeah, and I'll make sure I have those social media tags in the episode or in the description of this episode as well, so people can be able to reach out and connect with you. Before I get you going, Krisha, is there, if people want to connect with you and learn more about you and your journey, and where can they reach out to you?
You guys can reach me on Instagram at Krisha Keeran. I'll
Krisha
be
Keeran
checking. Yeah.
living her best life on. Oh, that's so fun. Well, Krisha, thank you so much for sharing your organization with us. Everybody, please go connect. I'll have those links in the description so you can connect with Krisha and show her support. And whatever we can do, we will do. So again, Krisha, thank you so much for your time. Everybody, thank you for listening to My City Talks. If you are a community-based organization or a nonprofit and you want to spread awareness around what you're doing in your community, please reach out to us at hello@mycity.health. And we'd love to have you on My City Talks. Again, I'm Corey. I'll holler at you next time. Thanks for listening to My City Talks, powered by My City, My Health. If you found value in today's conversation, share it with somebody who needs to hear it. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next story shaping health in your city. Until next time, keep showing up and keep speaking out. We are a community on a mission, and the mission is just getting started.